The Lazy Fairy. Once upon a time, there was the laziest fairy you can possibly think of. She never felt like getting dressed or cook. She was a real layabout. Her house was dirty and messy, as much as were her nails and her hair. One day, a fat spider knocked at her door. The fairy, lazy as usual, couldn't care less, and simply turned on the other side and went on sleeping. The spider came back the following day, and the whole week, without getting tired of knocking. At last, the fairy, bored of being bothered, gathered strength and opened the door. And there was a big and horrible spider. "So what do you want from me?" asked the fairy, extremely annoyed. "I am a butler," replied the spider. "They tell me that you are very lazy, and I thought you might appreciate my service." "Ha ha!" laughed the fairy. "I guess it comes from those huge gossips of my sisters. Tell me, then, how do you expect me to pay you? I am unemployed, and certainly I'm not going to look for a job for this." "Oh no, don't take me wrong, miss. I'm a traveling butler. I offer my services in exchange for lodge and boarding. Just for a short time. Enough for me to take a break from the road. I'll be your servant." "Wow, sounds wonderful!" cried the fairy. That's what I call a deal." So the spider got in the house. The fairy was happy as a clam. Now she could really spend the day doing absolutely nothing. The spider butler was like her shadow, always ready to serve her and reward her. The fairy house became incredibly clean, and the spider also found time to polish her nails and braid her hair. One night the fairy got up because she was cold and saw the spider working at his evil plan. Day by day he had been weaving the web, and she didn't suspect anything. The spider had taken possession of her house. The fairy realized to be alone in the forest. The only thing she could do was to go to her sisters. She told them the story, and one of them said, "What did you expect? The garden around your house is so neglected that it can only attract misfortune." They all flew back to the lazy fairy's house, but there was nothing left to do. It was entirely covered in the spider's web. His plan had been successful. The fairy was desperate. She couldn't resign herself. So she started taking care of the garden around her house every day. She began to grow beautiful plants and flowers, peonies to remind about how ashamed all this made her, and also clover and hawthorn, symbols of industriousness and hope. One day, while she was working in the garden, a big cat came along, congratulating her on the excellent job she had done. The fairy thanked him and told him her story. The cat took the problem to heart and decided to help the not lazy anymore fairy. He called his friends, and all together they ate the whole web. The spider was furious, but he had to come out and run away. The fairy had her house back. She learned the lesson in her garden. From that day on became the most delightful of the entire country. On a beautiful morning, she planted some ivy all around the house as a symbol of faith and self-esteem.